Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
Etienne once more. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, this defense for the Chargers much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A little juke. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And some room to work. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The Chargers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
On second down, Etienne once more. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, there was a huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
But you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you've given something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
You ready?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Allen's first catch, good for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
He used the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run here with Taylor, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Herbert. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Justin Hopkins for the Chargers field goal.
Hopkins' kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A big play there just before halftime, and even 50 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job with the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room. Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. And I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 31, Herbert going deep downfield for Ross. This is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run, not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, LA! And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and not get away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 44, Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football's really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They run once more with Taylor. Gets around him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this is incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On play action, Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. But to throw again is Lawrence. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback. but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw here, Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 15. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different option.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lawrence.
And the Jaguars 1st down.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A final shot now for Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.